I got sent the script, Human Traffic script.
I thought it was fantastic.
I did feel a connection to it.
And I got back straight away and said, come on, let's go.
If I didn't get the job, I was going to cut my wrists. There's no two ways about it.
The culture which Human Traffic kind of is under the umbrella of, you know, is the biggest youth culture ever in the history of Britain. And, you know, myself and the actors were a part of it.
I didn't know what Justin was going to be like. I thought I was going to walk into some smackhead sitting in the corner, to be honest with you. But Justin was great. You know, he was up front. It was the first audition, I've got to say, that I walked into, and one of the first questions was, you ever taken drugs before then? The first time we met, we didn't even read it. We just talked about clubbing for about 2 hours, and talked about music, and, you know, I think he was just trying to size me out because he needed people in the film that had been there and done it, and I could tell from him that he was the real thing, you know, he was raving.
When I first met Justin, I recognised in him his complete lunacy, which I also have. And I think that the main thing that runs through, I mean, all of us as the main cast and Justin, is just a level of insanity. And that's sort of what binds us. And I think it's what made us all understand the film so well, reading it.
I was really looking forward to meeting Justin after reading it, because I thought, well, anybody who's written this must know what I am feeling, because, you know, there's a lot of things personal to me in there, you know, that he had no idea, you know, about.
I was looking for damage. I was looking for people, I was looking for characters fundamentally, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, the interesting thing in Human Traffic, you've got like really experienced actors that have kind of, you know, done a lot. But at the same time, you've got actors, well, people that have never done any acting in their life, just like kind of characters off the streets of Cardiff that, you know, I know, or I got a friend that knows, and you got that kind of freshness in there of the casting. But, you know, it was so hard to get the right people for the part. It took like 3 months getting the right cast for it, and as a result we had to turn down quite a few big names. It was just quite strange at the time, but you know the whole film, it wouldn't have been just to like actually, you know, get a name and sell the film on the back of that, because it wasn't that kind of film.
It's just so much about now, and about living now and growing up in the 90s. I'm still living it now, do you know what I mean? I think what it is mainly, it's a comedy, and it's got a lot of energy.
It's something that when my kids grow up, I would love to just put the tape in and say, look, that's what it was like back in the 80s or back in the 90s, do you know what I mean?
I think we all converged, you know, on what exactly we were trying to say.
It was just so accurate and spot on. That I couldn't believe how accurate it was.
I lived that whole life for about a year.
You know, I know the score. It was full on.
I think that's the reason why it comes across with some kind of authenticity, that we've lived that kind of scene.
It's just one of those things that I'm glad that the film was made.
There's a lot more to it than just going out and dropping an E.
Basically, I mean, all the characters and all the situations are based on real people and real situations that I've experienced first and second hand.
I think everybody in the main cast played themselves to a certain extent.
Justin was really cool because he just let you improvise, and he just said, just go off on one at the end.
A lot of friends of mine who introduced me to that world, clubbing world, have seen it and have said, brilliant. You know, he didn't leave one thing out.
It's about growing up now. It's about being young now.
It's about me and my mates at a specific time in the past, when we just basically just lived for the weekend, just like had McJobs and kind of really frustrated.
It really is amazing, actually, that other people are having the same time that you are. You know, it's kind of amazing to think that someone else has kind of done exactly what you've done.
I think, you know, everyone can relate to like that at some stage in their life, whether they, you know, part of the e-culture, or they just go out on the piss.
The special thing about Human Traffic is that it uses a language that hasn't really been used in film before.
You look at it, it's gratuitous language on the script, but it's the way people talk to each other.
You see, you know, the F or the C word on a page, you know what I mean? It leaps at you and it's like, whoa!
That's the way you talk to your mates, you know. You chuck in the odd swear word and... well, not the odd swear word. I thought it was hilarious, you know. At the end of the day, it's a light-hearted comedy about friends going out and having a good time. I
see it as being the language of our generation. It's the way people talk to each other. It's the manner in which young people sort of address each other. I mean, it's very funny and everything, but I've never seen that before in film.
It does work. It does work, yeah.
The one thing that really struck me when I saw the whole film was just what a great film it was.
I'd say it was an A to Z of club culture.
It wasn't a question of I'm going to make a club film or I'm going to make a rave film. It was that, you know, I'm going to make a film about where my life is at the moment and the people around me.
The story had to be told, you know. Growing up in the 90s, drugs are rife, you know, whether you like it or not, you know, it's happening.
If in 200 years' time someone digs that film up and as I look at it, it's all there, man. That's the rave scene for you. That's what happened. That's what happened. Warts and all.
If you took all the club references out, you took all the drug references out, I still think you would be left with a core of just proper language that we use to talk to each other, and I think that's what holds the film together, you know. It's so cleverly done.
I'm very proud to have been a part of it, absolutely. You know, I just don't know if there'll be another film like it. Well, I hope not. I hope no one tries to copy it. I mean, inevitably, you know, there will be knock-ons, but no, it's just an amazing experience for me.
The biggest kind of compliment I've had is that people have come back and said, "Well, that's me," or "That's my mate." Do you know what I mean? Which is great, but it's so strange because it was written about a bunch of people in Cardiff in their early 20s, and it's mad that it's had that kind of appeal because we, you know, I don't know.
I'm off the drugs big time.